Hey Star Fam, thanks for tuning in. We're here again today for another quick energy check-in with the Ator Tarot deck. Okay, and then finishing off with an inspiring quote from the You Got This deck. Okay, so getting right into it. I do hope you're all keeping well. This is just going to be a quick general reading to see if we can get a bit of a snapshot to see what the energies are like around my Star Fam. As it's a general reading, it might not resonate with everyone. If not to worry. I've got plenty other readings posted. Feel free to have a look through my video library. I'm sure you'll find something that will resonate with your situation. Okay, so let's see what's going on with my Star Fam. Let's see. First card to present is the Nine of Wands. Okay, so the Nine of Wands, the Wounded Warrior. So, I mean, this is at the end of the day a card of victory, I guess, but it was a hard-earned victory. As you can see, this person is quite battered and bruised. I mean, they've got that bandage across their head. You know, he's leaning on one of his wands, so he's like quite fatigued, you know. In the traditional tarot, usually there's a little bit more detail and you can actually see that this guy is, you know, he's been through the ringer. He does look quite tired. But it is a card about not giving up, perseverance, you know, because again, he is the victor. But it wasn't an easy victory, you know. You really had to fight, you know, for whatever, you know what I mean? Whatever it was that you wanted, this is something that you had to fight for. All right, let's see if we can get a little bit more information, a bit more context. What was it that you didn't give up on? Knight of Cups. Okay, so I feel like this is an offer. It's like you didn't give up on a crush, you know what I mean? This is somebody who's very persistent. Like the Knight of Cups, this is the card of the Knight in Shining Armor, you know? This is Mr. Romantic, Mr. Lover, or Ms. I mean, it's not really gender specific. But this person could be a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer, although not necessarily. And again, Wands, suit of fire, could be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, though not necessarily. But so the Knight of Cups is, you know, somebody who wants to come along and offer their cup of love, of friendship. You know what I mean? So I feel like this is somebody who has been pursuing somebody quite persistently. All right, so someone's got a crush and they're not giving up anytime soon. And again, with the nines, this could be something like they've liked you for 9 months, 9 years. You know, not necessarily though, but you know, I feel like this is a long time. This person has really liked you, or you've liked this person for a very long time. Okay, next cards out, we've got the Magician and the Empress. Okay, so 2 major arcana cards. The Magician, I mean, quite self-explanatory. This is somebody who knows how to make things happen. They may or may not be actually versed in the occult necessarily per se, but this could be somebody who's just really good at things like what's it called? The Secret. You know what I mean? Someone who's really good at law of attraction, or somebody who's just inherently gifted magically, whether or not they acknowledge it. Okay? And then we've got the Empress. Now, the Empress is another major arcana card. And she represents the divine feminine. She's everything that is feminine. She's like the ultimate feminine archetype. So everything beauty, love, nourishing, I guess, and nurturing was what I was going for. You know, fertility, motherhood, you know, growing, prosperity. You know, in some decks, she is represented by Demeter or Ceres. You know, she's the goddess of the harvest, of bounty. you know, she's like that goddess archetype. So, I mean, honestly, it's like this person sees you as a goddess. Or like you see them as the goddess. Um, hmm. The only thing is, I'm just a little bit worried because the Empress is looking away from the Magician. And I mean, the Magician, again, somebody who's very resourceful, tenacious, doesn't give up. You know what I mean? And they could be trying to do some kind of spell work. May or may not. Again, this, when I say spell work, I don't necessarily mean that this person is into the occult necessarily. They could very well be. I mean, you are my star fam, and you know, we are magically inclined in some way or another, whether it's our intuition, whether it is an innate you know, way of making things happen. Some of us are, again, really inherently good with the law of attraction and attracting things to us. You know what I mean? Very intuitive. Probably, many of you probably have like prophetic dreams. You know what I mean? Like psychic powers and witchcraft comes in many shapes and forms. You know, like somebody who just has a really good intuition or gut feeling. You know what I mean? Like they might play it off as, oh, you know, as again, just a really good intuition, or I just had a gut feeling, or, you know, I just kind of sensed it, but they probably might not necessarily even acknowledge that as being anything inherently magical. You know what I mean? So it's like they might not necessarily be conscious of their attracting abilities. You know what I mean? So this is somebody who may or may not actually be resulting to casting spells, or at least not consciously. You know what I mean? But I definitely just feel like this magician is trying their hardest to attract this empress, you know? And it's just, the only thing I'm a bit concerned of is the empress is looking away. So I don't know if she's just completely oblivious to this person, if this person that you have a crush on is just completely oblivious to you, or, you know, they don't even know that you exist. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's bizarre that she's looking away, but let's see if we can get a little bit more information on this. But definitely one way or another, I see somebody who's had a crush for a very long time, you know, and is as not given up on this crush. You know what I mean? And really wants to come and offer that cup of love, of relationship, you know, and just really feels like they'll do anything in order to get this empress's attention. Okay, so next we've got the King of Pentacles. Now, the King... Oh, goodness. All right. Bit worried. Again. We've got the King of Pentacles here. Now, the King of Pentacles is somebody who is very well off, okay? Very well off financially. Could be a businessman, could be a business owner, like a shop owner, or, you know, somebody who runs their own company. Could be an entrepreneur of some sort. You know what I mean? But somebody who's quite financially well off. Now, what I'm getting is... Okay, for some of you, this person who has this crush, this masculine energy who has this crush on this empress, or taking it however it resonates. You know what I mean? It's like, it's almost like for some of you, this person feels like the only way for the empress to be attracted to them is if they gain wealth. Because as you can see, the empress is looking in the way of the King of Pentacles. So for some of you, some people out there, they believe that in order to win the empress's affections, they're gonna have to like be rich or make money. I don't know. Now, I don't know if that's actually true on the Empress's point of view, because it's kind of, I don't know, it's like makes me feel like part of you feels like the Empress might be a little bit of a gold digger, but like that's not true with the Empress. Okay, hold on a second. I'm getting a few. All right, because the Empress is the card of Taurus, and some Taurians can be a little bit materialistic, or, well, I don't want to say material, like the finer things in life. So for some of you, if your empress is a Taurus who does like the finer things in life, It's almost like you guys believe that the only way that she'll even acknowledge your existence is if you have money. Like you have to have money or some kind of status in order to get her attention, her affection, or what have you. For other situations, I kind of feel like this might be a bit of a triangle situation because for some of you, the Empress already has her eye on somebody else. Maybe an Earth sign, a King of Pentacles type person. See if we can get a little bit more information, actually. Because again, the Empress isn't necessarily a materialistic person. And so, you know what I mean? Like, for some of you, I don't get that feeling that, you know, you need to be rich in order to impress her. But I don't know. I kind of get the feeling that this Magician really believes that that's the case. But again, like I mentioned, the Empress is the card of Taurus, and could very well be the case that you do have a Taurian that you're dealing with who does like the finer things in life. Anyways, the next card to jump out is the Two of Wands. So this is somebody who's trying to come up with a plan. As you can see, he's got the earth in his hand, a globe in his hand, and he's looking out into the distance. And for me, this kind of reminds me of like somebody looking at a map and trying to map their next move, you know, going on some kind of journey and trying to map out their route, their destination. So I get the feel like this Magician is definitely up to something. This Magician is planning something. Might be getting a little bit crafty, huh? And again, with the Two of Wands here, I can't help but feel, again, it's like having to choose between two different passions. So for some of you, again, it might be a bit of a love triangle situation. But either way, whether or not it's a triangle situation, somebody's definitely trying to plot their next move. Oh my, the plot thickens. Sorry guys, let's see if we can get a little bit more information. Next couple of cards out, we've got the Six of Swords and the Knight of Swords. Okay, so fast moving energy and a moving energy. I get like somebody's gonna move very quickly. Because again, with the Six of Swords, that is a card of moving on to calmer waters. So, I mean, metaphorically, this could be, because again, with swords, they are the sign of air, and so communication, thoughts, ideas, you know what I mean? And the meaning of this card about moving on to calmer waters could be moving on to calmer thoughts. So it's kind of like, this could be like a metaphorical depiction of a fight, you know, after a fight when both of you are kind of like back at your separate corners, or, you know what I mean? It's like, you're trying to calm your mind after an argument, you know, so that's like the kind of moving on to calmer waters of the mind, of the emotions, as well as it could actually be a physical move, right? And then the Knight of Swords, as you can see, he's like a very swift energy. So I feel like this is a swift move. It's very bizarre. Because again, you've got this person who is like mapping out this next move, and then it's like, boom, I'm gone. You know? And quite swiftly gone. That's weird. I wonder, why would you be moving so swiftly? Some kind of motivation with this Empress. So for some of you, you might decide to take a job or a new job elsewhere. That's why this move is coming really quickly. Hang on a second. Let me see if we can get a little bit more information on this. Let's see if we can back up what I'm getting. Because what I'm getting is a feeling of either this magician person who's had this crush and hasn't given up on this crush for quite some time. I feel like he's like, because again, with the Knight of Cups, as you can see, he is like crossing the land, you know, in order to come with his offer of a cup, of relationship, of love, whatever. You know what I mean? So this kind of feels like somebody had to, like, it's like they returned home and was hoping to ask out this Empress, except she was already interested in someone else. And so now this person is like, well, what do they have that I don't have? And oh, well, he's a king and he's got a whole bunch of money. So maybe if I want to get her attention, he's planning, well, maybe I need to get out of here real quick and I need to go make something of myself, you know, so that I could have enough money so that I'd be good enough for this Empress. Or for others of you, it might be, oh, okay, well, you know, she's already interested in someone else and what's my next move going to be? Well, let's just get out of Dodge real quick because, you know, you don't want to have to be around to watch her be with somebody else, basically. Whew. Oh my, you guys. Let's see if we can get a little bit more information and clarification on this 6 and this Knight of Swords. I mean, again, with the Knight of Swords, it could be an argument because, again, swords being communication, and this is being like swift, sharp communication. So you can see this person, he's gone quite gung-ho, you know what I mean? His horse is moving very fast. He's got his sword up in the air, ready to just chop and go. You know what I mean? So this could have been... I don't want to say an argument, but you could have exchanged harsh words. Could have exchanged some heated words, you know, and decided to leave shortly after that. Leave really quickly. You know what I mean? It's like this Knight of Cups didn't take the fact that this Empress is already interested in King of Pentacles very well. And either said something to lashed out really harshly and then decided to leave. And now make next move. It's for some of you. Just tell me a little bit more about this spread. Please, could you tell me a little bit more about this spread before we close it out? Either way, it's like this magician is making their next move. I don't know. This is like, it's, and again, with this 2 of Wands here, again, it could be a choice, not just between the 2 people, but it's like, do I continue to try to make an effort? Do I let this go? I kind of feel like you're still really conflicted because you still really like this person and still want to be with them, hence the not giving up, you know? It's hard to just quit your feelings, just shut them off like that, you know what I mean? Or at least I know how you feel. You know? Let's see if we can get a little bit more information. Could you tell me a bit more about this spread? Just tell me more about this Knight and 6 of Swords. 6 and this Knight of Swords, please. You'd rather not talk about it. Nothing's coming up. Sounds like you just would rather not talk about it. Clearly. Page of Swords. Yeah. You see Pages being the youngest members of the court cards. So, again, this could be either small talk, clumsy conversation, you know, again, because Pages being the youngest, so this could have been an immature conversation, somebody was acting immaturely, quite rashly, immaturely, and said some immature things. Things that they kind of regret, realizing that they were speaking out of line, acting like a child, speaking like a child. This could also be like messages, online messages. This is good for some readers. It's like the cyber stalker card. You know, but I get the feeling that there was some kind of immature and rash conversation that was had. You know what I mean? Again, this comes back to what I was saying about, you know, not taking the idea of the Empress already having eyes for someone else very well and kind of lashing out immaturely and kind of rashly. And I kind of get the feeling, again, it's like you're just embarrassed and want to leave. Either embarrassed about the lashing out or just, I don't know, like part of you just wants to go. But at the same time, like I'm getting this dual feeling, like you kind of want to turn your back to it on the one hand and do something new. But at the same time, it's like hard to let go of this Empress that you've like had feelings for so long, you know? I can understand, you guys. Page of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So like a small offering. This could be like a small, like a truce, a peace offering. You know what I mean? Like it's not a Page of Cups. Page of Cups is usually the card of apologies, but this kind of feels like an apology with like a gift, you know, like a small token. But again, it's like, it's just a small offering. It's not gonna, it's like, again, this is kind of how you feel, you know, like you're only a Page of Pentacles. You're not at that king status yet. You know what I mean? It's almost like you see or they see themselves as this page, whoever it is that's got this crush. Oh, goodness, guys. What a situation. What a situation. Let's see if we can get an inspiring quote from the You've Got This deck. See if we can get any words of wisdom, words of encouragement, words of advice for a star fam who's experiencing this. Oh man, and I do apologize. I'm sorry things didn't go as well as you were hoping. For some of you, you just feel like really small and like you just embarrassed yourselves or like, you know, just like not good enough, you know? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. What is meant for you will always be for you. Okay? Like just, I don't know. Try not to think about it too much. Try not to worry about it too much. Things have a way of working themselves out, guys. But yes, if you do feel like you need to apologize, then please do apologize. You know what I mean? See if we can get any words of wisdom, words of encouragement, words of advice for my star fam with regards to this spread. Get any words of wisdom? Oh man, oh that's a lot. That's like way too many. Sorry guys, bear with me a second while I grab these. Way too many. Sounds like they've got a lot of advice to give. I'm just kidding. Let's see. Not that many, please. Give words of wisdom, words of encouragement, words of advice, words of inspiration, words of wisdom, something helpful. No? Alright. Sorry guys, feel free to skip through the shuffling if you'd like to. I don't blame you. Those of you who enjoy the ASMR, I will be quiet. Make every day a masterpiece. And I mean, at the end of the day, guys, you know, we are the creators of our own reality. Just don't forget, you always have that power, all right, to create your own reality. I mean, co-create with the universe, of course. You know what I mean? But there's no reason why you can't get creative with what you've got right now. I mean, to you it might not look like a work of art, but I mean, didn't like a banana peel recently sell as a piece of art for like $10,000 or something ridiculous like that? You know what I mean? So like, honestly, guys, we do have the power to create our own reality. Don't forget that, you know? And when life gives us lemons, you know, can make lemonade, make tequila shots. Do like what the magician would do and like make everything, make lemon drops, make cleaning product, you know, make lemon oil, you know, make that tequila, make the lemonade, like make everything. Alright guys, I'm going to leave that here. I hope this helped. I'm kind of sorry if it resonated. I mean, depending on which side of the story you resonated with. But I do hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it helped. If you like the spread, please be sure to like and subscribe so you can join the Soul Tribe. And as always, wishing you a copacetic Earth experience.